Hello YouTube, and welcome to a very different kind of video. I've been diving into a little bit of a sim racing on my streams, and I've done a YouTube video as well recently, which you guys seem to really enjoy, so hopefully this one you'll also enjoy. We are doing some real life go-karting. Some of you guys may have noticed the first ever videos on this channel were me doing go-karting on my own go-kart. However, the funds kind of ran out for that, so higher go-karting like this is what we're doing nowadays. The circuit we're at is Teamsport in Sheffield. We're doing the international layout, which combines both the normal short tracks to make one big long one. This makes lap times around 1 minute long, which is fairly decent, to be honest, especially for an indoor track. It's very long and very, very fun, very fast. This is also a members-only event, so typically you get the quickest drivers entering these kind of events. This is a 1 hour solid endurance race with no break time or anything like that. It is just from the start, that's it. You've got 1 hour on the go-kart, and then after the hour, whoever is the leader at the time, who's done the most laps, they are the winner. I also happen to get very, very, very unlucky. So the grid ordering for this race, because there is absolutely no qualification or practice, you're just straight in there after this out lap here. The grid ordering was random. There are 14 drivers in this members race, and I ended up getting 13th. So what a lucky number, eh? What a very lucky number, and a solid start, solid starting position. The reason the starting positions are so important, you're about to find out. Indoor karting is very tight. This is actually a more generous circuit in terms of spacing, to be honest, but it's still almost impossible to overtake at certain points. If the car in front does any sort of defending or weaving, like it's really, really difficult, especially to try and not make contact, because this is a non-contact sport, but let's all face it, Robin's racing, especially, at least in karting. So you may end up seeing just a few slight bumps with some of the overtakes. Don't judge me, please. Anyway, we're going to cut to the grid here because there was a little bit of a mess around with people being in the wrong grid slot. This is a 1 hour race, starting in 13th position. Thumbs up. We are ready to go, and all that's going through my head is, how am I going to get anywhere up to the front of the grid on this first corner, as it is a tight hairpin. The lights are on, 5 red lights, and they're green. We are going racing, and as you can see, there's nowhere to go, so I just follow the guy on the inside. Thankfully, I'm on the inside line. I give the guy in front a little tap, and that actually gives me 2 positions because 2 people got hung out to dry. I go down the inside here to defend from the people behind. I get a bit of a bump, but we make it through. Some of the bumps as well, you might not notice too much because I've got stabilization on the camera, but trust me, some of the bumps, they hurt a little bit. Anyway, as we dive down under the hill, this is a very fast circuit. We got a guy going wide here, so I try and get around the outside. Very risky there, because he could close the door on that corner, as you're about to see it later in the video. But we make it through, and this guy in front, number 5, all over the place sliding, so we get another cut back there. We get up the inside, and we're up to 9th already. So that is basically what I would describe as the dream start. I didn't expect to make that many positions, and relatively clean as well. A little bit of rubbing, but I will take it. And now instantly focus on trying to catch the kart in front. Now, it's been a year since I've done this circuit, and any indoor karting, in fact, so I'm a little bit rusty. The surface, I'm used to outdoor karting, so the surface on indoor karting is very sticky. As you can see here, I go over the apex, and I take a little bit more than the apex. I take a whole tire. But yeah, so I'm just trying to get used to the grip this kart has. So these first few laps are very shaky, a little bit of sliding, wiggling the wheel quite hard, you know, taking the corners too tight, having to readjust. So it's very difficult to go from indoor to outdoor, especially, like I say, because I haven't done it for so long. But we start learning. You see, that was quite a good corner there. And as we come up the hill here, I do notice that my kart isn't that fast in a straight line, at least later on, especially when I'm behind other cars. I notice that it's great round the corners, but on the straights, it's not amazing. So that's going to add again to the difficulty of trying to overtake some of the karts in front. But I've just got to use this free space I've got here while I'm catching up to the pack to just, like I say, learn indoor karting again, learn how to take these corners. As we skip here, we are closing in. We've closed in maybe about a second that lap, so we're almost on the back. And they are fighting. They are fighting, and fighting always loses you time. So this blue guy's going around the outside, and I try and follow him through, and ooh, that was a late maneuver, but because I got my nose in, there was nowhere for that guy to go. So he gave me the room, I took it, and we are now up into 8th place, right behind this guy in blue here. And he seems a little bit feisty, you know. He's got some bite in him, like some drive. I mean, he just made that overtake, so you know he's eager. So we get a good run here up the hill, and this is where you're starting to notice. You see, I got a better run. Yeah, this guy's just starting to pull away, and he pulls away about 1 or 2 kart lengths here. So again, worried about the speed of my kart, but he makes a mistake, and we go on the inside, but he closes the door, and that's what you're going to see, a common theme here. It's so hard to overtake because people can just shut the door. You got to make it very clear. You got to make your intentions super clear to make a smooth, clean overtake. But we get another run here. I'm thinking about the inside. Don't go for it, but as we cut through another few minutes here, we've been stuck behind this guy for a while, and we're trying to go for some moves. We go for the inside here, but he holds it around the outside. That was fair play. Obviously, a little bit of rubbing is what to expect, but he holds it around the outside very cleanly. Respect to that guy. He kept his foot in it, and I got to get back into 8th place. I got to go back into 8th and see if I can make another overtake in the future, in the very near future, hopefully. As we skip another lap, and I'm still behind this guy. I'm getting frustrated. I go for the inside here, and bit of a silly move, I'm not gonna lie. I raised my hand up because I was a bit annoyed with myself there. So the frustrations is already building. I know we're only 7 minutes into the race, but I am losing so much time behind this guy because he is sliding around these corners, and he's actually really slow coming out that corner. He looks behind him. I go for a dive bomb, and oh, there is a bit of contact. I clout the inside barrier to avoid hitting him. We're still side by side, but I managed to sneak on through. A little bit dirty, I'm gonna be honest, but I had to get through, and he was blocking so hard. You guys be the judge of that one, I guess. And as we cut again in the video, another few minutes, we are catching the group in front, having lost a lot of time behind that other guy. What he was doing, what the biggest mistake of a lot of people do with indoor karting is they sliding around the corners and going sideways loses you so much time. I can't stress how much time you lose. You got to be as smooth as you can and carry that speed, because these karts don't have enough. They don't have enough horsepower. They don't have enough grunt to maintain the slide. But we get a nice cut back here, and that was made a lot easier than the guy in blue previously. So we go up the inside of this guy, a nice clean maneuver, didn't lose almost any time there. So now we're up to 6th, so we've made it through half the pack already, 15 minutes into this race. I point to that guy, you saw me raise my hand there, I pointed forward, a little indication, look, let's work together here. Don't go for a dive bomb on me, let's work together, see if we can catch the pack in front, because if you start battling, like I say, you lose a lot of time, and sometimes it's just not worth it. And with me starting so far down, I gotta hope that these guys do battle, because it's really, really hard to catch up. In front here, we do have a special guest. The guy in front in the red here right now, he is Lewis. His name's Lewis, and he is a moderator for my Twitch channel. So maybe Team Order's come into play in this race. We're about to find out. Anyway, he is really wanting to get past this guy in front. He's been stuck behind him for a while. He goes up the inside. I stay around the outside. The guy in front brakes phenomenally early there. Very confused, so I end up giving a little tap. But he ends up going quite wide because of it. So again, I guess a little bit of a dirty move. But guys, please stop judging me. But anyway, we end up into 5th position, and we don't get a warning flag, so I mean, again, I guess I'll take it. Now we're right up behind Lewis, and he's had a good run through there, but you see he does a little slide there, and hopefully that's, like, you guys can see there, sliding, that's just let me catch right back up to him again. So we're on his tail, and We get a good run out of here again. We're right on him. Should we go to the right? He points us through. So that team orders, maybe that's coming into a play, but he's still fighting? So maybe he's trolling us. I don't know what's going on at this point. But we go around this double left-hander, and we do get a good run. And eventually, as you can see there, he does concede the position. So thank you, Lewis, for not making that too difficult. Again, not fighting, just keeping up your overall time. And like I say, now instead of him losing time, he can follow me, and we can catch up with the guys in front. This guy here is actually, as we skip again, this is a lapped kart. So that's something I want to go over here. So if you end up lapping karts that are quite a bit slower than you, there's no blue flags. There's no blue flags at all. A blue flag is to indicate to a lapped kart that, you know, a faster kart's coming behind, let them go. But that doesn't apply in go-karting, so you've got to overtake them fair and square. And a lot of them start defending as well, so it can be a disaster, especially if you're in a fight. It can lose you so much time. But now we've managed to catch up with number 17, and again, we go for a savage dive bomb. We'd hardly lose any time. We just catch up with him and make the move. And this is what I need, because, like I said, I just want to make as much progress as possible. So that was a great maneuver. Thankfully, that guy gave me room. And now we've got 2 more people in front, which are quite a distance away. The guy in first, spoilers, he started on pole. He got lucky, so he is long gone. But this guy in second here, as you can see, as we skip a few laps, we are closing him. The guy in red, and this guy here, he is a member at this circuit as well as me now, but he goes very often. He basically lives here, so. I was a little bit worried about this guy. I thought he'd be very, very fast, and I guess I assumed correct. But we are catching him, so maybe I have the edge. I don't know. But over these laps, I mean, it's been maybe 6, 7, 8 minutes, so it's been quite a lot of laps. But we are just slowly catching up. We're just putting in these good times, these qualifying times, basically, pushing my absolute ass off to close the gap. And I think you can see now that my kart control is a lot better than the first few laps of this video. I'm really knowing how much I can get away with and how much this kart actually turns. A really smooth maneuver through there. But this guy, as you can see, you can even hear it. His tires are squealing, and that just, I mean, I just caught him about half a second, and I'm almost on the back of him, but he started defending already, and this is what I was worried about, because other people were defending, like that guy in blue was defending at the start, but this guy's really fast, and if he's got the pace and he's defending, there's going to be almost no way to get through. So I'm either make a move ASAP, or I could end up getting stuck behind this guy for a long time. So I'm really looking for a move. I see an opening here. I try a cutback, but the door was closed. It was a risky move, I'm going to be honest there, but door was closed. And now we've got to settle in behind him as we catch another 2 back markers. And as I was saying earlier, this is the worst way to catch them, because look, he's managed to get through and I've got to wait. I'm losing time. A savage dive bomb there. I sent that in one of the quickest corners on the track. If I hadn't have done that, then this guy would have pulled away a lot. So great move there by me. I was proud of that one. But we still got another back marker here. And again, if he tries to hold us up, let's say this guy gets through, this guy in red, let's say he gets through, and I don't, think of the time I'm going to lose, especially if I catch him around the tight sections. But hopefully we can just make it through with this guy. We make it through together. As he goes down the inside, a pretty risky move, hits him out the way. There's a lot of contact. And this guy here, it's as if he just pretends he doesn't see me, turns into me, does it again. I was really annoyed by that, to be honest. I put my hand up, I shake my head. I felt like I had the, you know, I was alongside him, but he just wanted me into the tire barrier. Upset that, I say, the head shake of shame came out there, and that normally doesn't come out of me. I never normally do that. We lost a lot of time as well, but we managed to catch straight back up. Again, 23 makes a good move there. I try and follow him through, but I can't, and I'm on the outside of this back marker here. He does, I mean, there's no rules to, you know, to blue flag, so he does what he's entitled to do, and he holds his line. I got a little bit frustrated there, but again, he did nothing wrong, so I got to just try and make the move as quick as I can somewhere else. And now there's going to be a little bit of drama. So up in front, you see the guy in red, number 23. He actually goes into the pit lane. I spoke to him after the race, and it turns out he thought his kart just wasn't quick enough, was not happy with his go-kart. So as you saw there, everyone was stopped. We had to wait for him to swap karts and get back into his position. And now we're off again, and he's in a different kart number now. What number is that? I think it's number 14, if my eyes... Yeah, my eyes are working. My eyes are working. It is kart number 14. So, he said this kart was quicker than the previous one. So, you know, at the time, I was a little bit frustrated that he was allowed to swap his kart, especially when I knew that my kart had a little issue with the engine, I guess, but with its top speed. But we crack on. We just keep on going. So see if we can go for a move. He's sliding around everywhere. We tried to go up the inside there, but because he covered just a little bit, there was nowhere to go. There was absolutely nowhere to go. So we just got to follow onto him. I'm not really noticing any difference in this new kart that he's driving right now. I don't notice any speed difference. I'm still right on his ass and trying to look for any gap that I can possibly take to make the overtake. We spent this whole lap right behind him, but there's just nowhere to go. There is nowhere to go, and I think he's starting to sense that because he's not defending as much anymore. And he actually manages to make a little gap because of back markers. But here's another drama. Look at his engine. Ew! Look at all that smoke. I didn't know you were allowed items in this race. Like, what the hell, a smoke bomb or something? And it went all up in my face, and it stunk. It absolutely stunk. So he had to change go-kart for the second time. And as we get away again here, I've pretty much ride on his ass straight away. And every time you hop in a go-kart, it takes a few laps just to warm up the engine and the tires, and in that time you usually are a little bit off the pace. So I really wanted to make a move as soon as possible. These next 2 to 3 laps are crucial, so got to get right on his ass, right up inside of his booty hole. We've done that. We're practically sniffing. We know what he had for breakfast, and we come around this corner. I go for a wide line for the cutback. He goes wide, and I do manage to sneak it up the inside, and he's holding the outside, but he just can't keep it, and that is the move. We are in second place. Finally we got there, and it's only taken us 50 minutes to get into this position. Now, first place is long gone, so unless he has a mechanical failure or something, there's not much chance of catching him. But second place is still pretty cool, so I want to do as much as I can to defend this position. We've managed to pull a little bit of a gap from him at this point over the past few minutes, but as you can see here, we've caught 3 back markers in a line with 3 minutes to go, so we're trying to make our way past these guys as soon as we can. We do quite a good move there into the quickest corners on the track, so I was happy with that one, as we're just about to complete another lap here. From my point of view at the time, and I think it was confirmed in the end of the race, number 16 in front of me, the guy in the black, he is trying to lap the guy in front in the blue as well as me. So the guy in the front of this queue is 2 laps down, and number 16 right here, who's 1 car in front of me, he is only 1 lap down. So we're all on different laps. It's pretty wild. All of us trying to, you know, do our own race, I guess, and trying not to lose time, but it's not working, obviously, because we're sliding everywhere. Everyone's getting held up, and I don't even know what number card. I think number 7 now, the guy in red, the guy I'm battling, he is right behind me again. He is taking full advantage of me getting held up here. Number 16 makes it through, and I try and follow him through, but there's just no way. There's no way, so I have to stick behind number 5, getting held up a bit here. So just as soon as I can make a move, I've got to do it. The guy in red, the guy in 3rd place, is so close to me. I keep looking behind me to check, You can't really see on the camera, but he is basically pushing me up the straights. I try and look for the inside. Not there. It can't happen. So I'm still struggling. Can we make the move here? He goes right. I go left to the inside. Nice move. That was crucial as well. And you see there, you saw that is how close the guy in third is. He is right there. So I'm going to try and use these next few laps, maybe pull a gap from him, and also catch right back up to this guy, number 16. And we do that. But 16 just hasn't got the pace. So now again, as you can see, I'm getting held up. And it's costing me time. As we run into another red flag, the race has to be stopped. We thumbs up that guy because I'm just a nice guy. And we look behind. There he is, number 7, the guy in red. And the timer has actually hit 0. The timer's going up now. We're going into overtime. I guess because of these stoppages. I think someone else had to change their kart there. Because of the stoppages, they're giving us a few extra minutes, which I guess is great value for money, but not when you got the guy in third tickling your fucking balls. So we're on yellow flag right now, just waiting for everything to go green. It goes green, and I don't know what time we're on. Like, we don't have clocks or stopwatches in the kart, so all I know is we're near the end of the race. I didn't know how we were in overtime. And I just need to get past this guy because he's holding me up, and it's going to allow the guy in red in third to just take full advantage of any mistakes I make trying to get past this guy. It's going to be difficult because he, like I say, he's very quick. I don't know how he's a lap down. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how this guy's a lap down. But he's still just not quite got the pace, and I'm just looking everywhere. I'm really trying. He defends a little bit there, so there's no way I can get through on the hairpin. And look, the guy in red has snuck up the inside, but I managed to hold it, and I cannot believe I held it around the outside. I get the momentum, I keep it going, and that was a heart-stopping moment right there. I forgot that even happened, and obviously I was the one in the kart. But that was so heart-stopping. I almost lost second place in overtime. As we come into another lap here, we're still right on the back of 16. It's a train of 3 karts. And I just want to get past him. Do I look left here? I don't, because he's just taking a bit tighter line. He goes wide there. I'm right up behind him. And look at this guy. What a legend. He actually points me through. I think he noticed that this was a battle for second place. He points me through. What an absolute champion. I say that, he points us both through. Guy in red, third place man, still right on my tail, basically pushing me up these straights. This is why I keep looking behind me. I look behind me twice on that straight, because I kept getting these little taps, these little tiny taps. But we get a really good downhill section here, really good downhill section. I look behind me there, and I notice there is a few kart gaps. So feeling confident as we go into another lap here, and the yellow flags are coming out, and that is indication that it is the end of the race. We get the checkered flags as well. Some of the marshals are waving that. That is the end of the race. With 3 or 4 minutes overtime, we managed to get second from basically last. I give that guy a thumbs up because that was a great race, and yeah, I was very proud. It wasn't the W, unfortunately, but yeah, I can't ask for much more. There's only one more position I could ask for. And I think that's a little bit greedy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this race. Hope you guys enjoyed it as we do our in-lap here. I do a lot of go-karting. I've actually got, if you're watching this video as it comes out, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I've got a 24-hour go-kart race happening in Middlesbrough at Teesside, the official British 24-hour go-karting race. And I'm in a team of 4 people. Obviously, you can't do 24 hours on your own. A team of 4 people, and fingers crossed, we can get a good result. That is on an outdoor track, which has go-karts with 2 engines. 2 engines, and each engine is actually got way more horsepower than these, so they're very fast. They reach 60 to 70 miles per hour. So looking forward to that. It might even be live streamed on YouTube somewhere. I think Alpha Live, if you've ever heard of that YouTube channel, they'll have it. Yeah, but let me know, guys, if you enjoyed this content. Give it a like, give it a comment, let me know. And if I do any more karting adventures where I'm allowed to record, I'll make sure I do it and post the highlights for you guys on here. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, and peace out. Later.